Hey, how's it going? Hope you guys doing well. Happy Thursday. Hope all is good. I wasn't happy with yesterday's result, and I made tweaks. But it's better now. I'll show you guys. Because I was like, like the character, like I just didn't like how it looked like from the front, and I'm like, I know I'm planning to only have him work from the front, but I feel like I should make it from the back, like backlit. But I feel like I should really also make him work from the front in case I want to reuse him somewhere else down the line, right? Maybe I'll have like a boss rush. I don't know, right? And maybe it'll be frontlit. Either way, I went ahead and tweaked things. So, got that. So the plan for today is no more tweaking. We just go ahead and I think render out all of the views now. And actually like set it all up and swap it over. Hopefully successfully. That's the plan for today. And then we'll have a new boss. Well, we'll have one of the bosses done. Then we'll need to do the same thing on the spider boss. And then finally we'll be able to work on the actual third boss. Like we were originally going to. One thing at a time. One thing at a time, But let's jump into up in here. Oh yeah, hold on. I wanted to do 1 second. I'm going to just do because this wait. What? 1 second. Oh yeah. I was looking at the wrong thing, sorry. Let me just do one of these. Just these. Tint that down. Just because I think it's too in your face. Just. And you put something there, but that's for later. Cool. Good enough. Okay, so right, this is the original that we had. This is the one where we ended up with yesterday, front view, or frontlit. And this is the one that I tweaked. So now it's closer to this. And I did a few things. One is, obviously I slightly made him a little more blue. I also cranked up the contrast quite a bit, but it feels better still. It doesn't feel like it's brighter, right? And so I feel like this is working better. I've also changed like the light shadows a little bit, although it's probably not really noticeable. Yeah, it's not really noticeable. Hey, Rodrigo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. And then when we're doing actual backlight, right? It still works being backlit, but it's just a little better. Yeah. This is the boss. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the entire game is like that. We have 2D sprites for characters, 3D environments. Ta-da! Although right now things are not gonna look right, I think. Because we actually need to I guess, re-render also the main character. We got to re-render a bunch of stuff. We need to re-render 2D characters. They need to be all re-rendered. Why is there blood here? There should not be blood here. Odd. Okay, well, I'll adjust that later. Huh. Okay, well, regardless. Let's go back here. So we need to now re-render all of his animations, right? Proper. So let's go ahead and adjust. So I'm going to rename, this might be a problem, but I'm going to try renaming this. It's probably going to complain. Or I can try just moving all the stuff. It doesn't really matter in the end. The result's the same. This might be a problem. Are you gonna be okay? So I'm gonna leave the old one. I'll need to clear up redirectors. Even though it says cleaning up old assets, it never does it successfully. Come on! How's it going? I got a new little streaming thing today. I got the Elgato pedal, but I haven't set it up yet. That's all you're getting. I still need to set it up. What am I going to be doing with it? I'm not sure. I mean, I already have like one basic thing set up. That should help me out, but I need to look into how to have it auto swap based on the software I'm using. And then when I can have it swap the buttons based on the software I've selected, then I can do a bit more. I got a Stream Deck, but I don't like moving my arms from my keyboard and mouse. I'm lazy. I can't believe cleaning up old assets is taking this long, but everything else was fine. It's really making redirectors for everything. Yeah, look at that. See, old one's still there. Except the redirectors. Then, yeah, see, all of them are still here. Then this needs to go into old. Okay. And let's go ahead and clean it up one more time just to be sure. Good. Okay. So in here we can actually set up the proper ones. So let's recreate the folders basically. I wish this didn't scroll every time I made one. Huh? Oh, nope. Scrolls. These are all the ones we need to re-render, right? ground kick, hit, idle. Idle we got, and walk. Okay. So let's go ahead. Here. So what I ended up doing is I didn't really tweak the actual like effect very much. What I really did to help it is I just added a power. Right? Instead of doing the contrast thing, I added a power, which actually resulted in a pretty good result. And then I still tweaked the my values and stuff. That got me a much better result. And I also was playing around with the outline and things like that. So now what we want to do is take all of this, copy it. It means you render this first. Okay, let's do the render first. This is all selected because I was copying it over. So now I need to save it and overwrite my original stuff because I don't need to keep all our tests. Hey Marcus, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Idle. Okay, let me. These are all the tests. Well, there's 2, 3, 4, and then then with light mouse. Bad. Clean up all of that. A bunch of other stuff. Yeah. And now let's go ahead and render it because we're just using the same light maps, right? There it goes. I'm just going to use the new setup and then we will pack it and go from there. Right. Sure. Rotation off, any size. And we'll put it here. Idle B. Oh, expert. So then we have this, but we're not done because now we need to take it into pixel over for this guy at least. Bring in that sprite sheet. Set the size. So this one's 2001 by 1037. And in here, I'm going to index it because currently he's using a lot of colors. If I did this. So now you can see it goes from a bunch of like noise here, which doesn't look great when it's moving, to a lot of a cleaner result. I'm actually curious, what is the old one gonna look like? It's the old one. Yeah, we don't want that one. Oh, did it combine them? Yeah, I just want to just undo. Okay. Yeah, this seems correct. I think. Why is Okay, no, this is the correct color. Okay. We're fine, we're fine. I'll just then we need to re-export it. Gonna overwrite it. Export. Yes, overwrite. And now we take that and bring that into another program, because we haven't had enough programs yet. You come in here. Generate the normal map. And now we have all the files to bring back into Unreal. Yeah. Go away. You. Okay, so this is bottom center and 0.18. So we've effectively almost just about doubled the or just about halved the pixel size, which is in a sense quartering the pixel size, right? Because 0.18 times 2 is just about 0.35. So it ends up being 0.36, but right around here. So that's actually what we ended up with. And now if we go ahead and take you, right, and we just replace this, then we're good. The only thing is, why is your pivot a little bit above, a little bit below here? Why is your... I wonder, hold on. Let me re-export you. Go back here and re-import you. No, it's the exact same spot. Okay. Interesting. Why are you floating at 1 pixel? And we can adjust for that. That's fine. Like, that's fine. As long as they're consistent, it doesn't really matter. But we just never had that problem before. Yeah, what the hell happened? Literally, I've done nothing. We've done this so many times. This is the first time it's just randomly floating. It definitely ain't floating here. Arguably, he should be a little higher. Oh. This one. arguably we should just do this also. Let me retry this. Oh, please hold. Please hold. I am curious now. I am curious. I love how we already have derailed. It was supposed to be just like derailed already. It's not very simple. Yeah, this is gonna look a little bit different. That's fine. Any size, no rotation. That is all fine. All the normal stuff. Yep. Export. Come back here. Oh, this doesn't match. Wait, why does this not match? Why is the size different? Oh, because of how he fits makes it different. 97 by 1060. Yeah, no, it's correct. It's correct. So we match the size. Still do the indexation. Go ahead and re-overwrite it. In here. You can see how little colors we use now, right? Yes. And now let's do a re-import. Let's see if that works. Think it should work? Yeah, okay. These should still be on 12. Yeah, I don't need to set them again. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see if that's the same problem in other ones. If it is consistent, then it doesn't matter. We adjust for it. You can see here, right? All the lighting is working, though. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and try it on another one. So this is going to be where the pain in the ass comes in. So what we need to do now is go to the shading. I need to copy this. And I also need to make a note of his scale. And I'm also need to copy the material. I need to copy it over multiple things. This is gonna be such a pain in the ass. What I can try doing is grabbing him and these instead. Copy all of that. Let's go to arm slams. If I now paste, so he's now 1.1. Then I can go to shading on you. Right. Copy. Shading on you. paste. That gets us the exact same look with the baked lighting now. Then we can get rid of you. And then I also need to, because this doesn't get copied over. Light maps. I've gone ahead and copied the script to a notepad so I can copy it from here to here. So this is going to be arm slams. Just check folders right. And we also need to adjust the sizing of the stuff. So what we need to go is also run you. Oh, right. This is here now. You can go away. You should all be parented under here. I'm gonna rename them. Okay. Is this gonna work? This might look a little weird, and this is gonna be an interesting test. So here, let's go to so let's go different angles so we can see. We probably need to. I imagine sideways is gonna be the biggest. It doesn't have to be precise because we're using the trim and just, less file size here at this point. To change the output of the height. Oh. Should have checked first. Okay, I think that we should be good now. Okay. So now let's see if this is going to work. So go here. It's just going to be called sprites. Copy this. Write my little version so I don't need to keep changing. Do it. Let's see if it works. It's rendering it, right? That's not going to be the question. The question is going to be if it's going to look correct right now. Without having to rebake the light maps for each one. Because that is theoretically a thing we will need to do. Hey, Summer, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Painting size. Don't forget. If I'm baking takes too long, better use the microwave. Yeah, especially if you're doing like potatoes. Potatoes in the microwave are just so much faster. They don't taste as good, but they're so much faster. That is true. That is a good point. I'll consider it. Oh, I need to export. I name it with _D. That's important, actually. Yeah, that's better. I think Unreal has a micro bake button. Once you bake it once, if you want to rebake it, it's a lot faster the second and third time, right? Then you just micro bake it, and instead of having to do the full bake, you don't have to do little pieces, like the pieces that you didn't fully finish cooking. Okay, that's exported. Come here. I'm really hoping this is gonna work. And I don't have to bake the lighting. Okay, so we're doing wait, did I not do armor slabs? Oh, I thought I made a folder for it. Guess not. Okay. Are there different rock guys? No, only this one. Sorry. I know you're really hoping on a whole family of rock guys, but that's all we're getting. Oh, see, this one's fine. This one's on the ground. Why is this one off the ground? Why does he look so bad, though? Because he doesn't even look correct, like, when he's standing up. Like, the shadow, like, that is working. The light maps aren't changing. What happened here? Why do you look different here? This is not your usual look. That is not what you looked like. What? Hold on. Save this. Go back to the idle one. Right, that looks different. And should look the same. Copy. Paste. Why does he look different? Hall? Okay, hold on. Take all this, copy from here, kill all of this, paste. Oh. Why was your vertex paint not on you? Well, that's why. Okay. What happened to your vertex paint? So the question will become whether or not this looks okay. Yeah, he really did. Yeah. This is going to be interesting, right? Because technically speaking, this should not be dark. We'll see how it looks like in motion. Once, let's re-export this. But definitely odd. Okay, so that's another thing we need to copy. Technically speaking, I don't really actually care about the lights. Actually, I don't need to copy the lights. But I should, just to have it consistent so I can grab it from any of the levels. Because I know I will open in one and forget later on if I don't. Okay, so this is updated. Re-export this. This is updated. Let's re-export this. Okay. And now here, re-import. Okay. Do we like it? I think it's definitely more interesting. So some things like I notice immediately are like where his fingers are, right? Right, it doesn't make sense, especially when his arm moves up, right? It being dark, right? It doesn't make sense. But it does make it more interesting. So I think it's fine. We'll see how it looks like when everything is together. I think it'll be fine. I'm saying that very much as a coping thing, just to be clear here. I'm very much coping. But I genuinely also do think that it'll probably be fine in the end. Okay, let's go ahead and save. Let's grab you, copy, open. Did I just save? What? Save. Open. Okay, that was weird. Okay, attack A. Yeah, we're gonna need to get rid of those as well. Okay. So this one has the vertex paint. The other one didn't for some reason. I guess I just didn't copy it over. Just double check. Yeah, this one had it. Okay. What it copied is weird. Um, uh, so that's you. So you need to be 1.1. Shit, right? Is that it was a 1.1 or 1.3? I think it was 1.1. I think it was 1.1. Hope I'm remembering right. That means that we need to adjust the outputs. I think what I can do probably is oh, I don't know what's the ratio that I shrunk it by. Actually, don't know the ratio. Shit. Oh, what? Why is this now rotating the way it is? Oh, we're fine now? We're fine? Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine, guys. Everything's fine. Oh no, just don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. Okay. One thing I did notice about this attack is it never goes back. It should go back to its regular pose. I might end up redoing this one. Because it's the only one that doesn't go back to the original pose. It's not a huge deal, but I don't know how I missed that. So I think we're okay here. So now we do here, render with light maps. So this one is attack A. It's just attack A. And I think that's it. Go. That's already done. You. Oh no, not you. Not you, not you, not you. You. Okay. And then I need to remember to do _D. Save. Export. Now we go here. I just double click on this. Oh, it does give me the resolution. I was going to the properties before. It is really dark, but that's because he does a full 360. This might, we might need to check. God damn it. I might need to change how some of it works. I might need to get rid of the negative light and rebake from there. Because this might be look really bad. It might be okay. We're gonna see. But it is definitely concerning. Right? Because on some frames, he's extremely, like, dark / from the, like, visible from the back. So, let's see how this works. You consistency. Okay, let's see if this is gonna actually look okay. You know, on this one, I don't think it looks that bad. I don't think it looks that bad. And what could it be if we did you? Like, he's very dark on that side, but he's also facing, quote unquote, away from the light direction in this scenario. So I mean, I don't hate it. Like, is it accurate? No, because if you look at the back of his arm here is a shadow, and like that arm is not a shadow. So it's not like consistent. It's consistent on his body, but it's not consistent in terms of light direction. But there's no real way of getting it to look right in both, right? So it's one or the other. The arms also look extra weird when he bends them, right? Because you see the shadows between the fingers. That's what those are. Huh. Okay. Again, we'll see how it looks in full context, I think. I think I need to not stress over this and just get it all in and then go from there. Copy. Open. We just did attack A. Let's do attack B.
Add time. Pausing before I create another 300 node abomination.
Oh, I guess I need to copy. I need to copy him specifically. Just gonna copy him and then there you go. There you go. Okay. It's like if I wanted to improve this, I could, like, for this one, take a light map from here. It'll be a little more accurate, or take a light map from here. It'll be a little more accurate. It's never going to be accurate at all of them, and maybe that's what I need to do in the end. But for now, I think we're going to try it all with a consistent light map that is going to be like accurate to him as like a whole. I go from there, right? See how it is. I know I'm terrible. I'm doing things during ads. Yeah, this one also doesn't have the vertex paint. How did this happen? How did I miss on the? I guess on the previous one I just didn't even notice. It's my only guess. See how much different it gets when you put in the actual vertex paint. And yeah, you can see here, right, the shadows here, because normally that is inward. So now we have a shadow on this side when normally it wouldn't. Same thing with the fingers, right? Light is shadowed on top where normally it wouldn't. Do I bake the lighting again? Let's try this one more. And then I'm tempted to try baking the lighting, rebaking the lighting on like this one from another position. And then rendering out that as a second version and seeing that. I think we'll do that. You have keyframes here. Can I? How do I do this? No. How do I unkeyframe the scale on this? I don't actually know. You can do a delta transform. Maybe. 1.1 divided by 2.25. 0.48888. So if I did here, 0.4. Oh, okay, that works. That'll work. Okay. But we just need to offset it now. Upwards. Okay. Oof. And that, but I'm going to reposition him and stuff. Because now he's sliding all over the place. So that doesn't help me, because this was correct because of the size. Shit. Okay, well, this is about to be not very fun. Okay, so okay, so let's see. If I did 1.1 here, I pressed S. S? No. I, right? I. Nothing selected to key. Root. What do I need to? What do I need to select? I don't understand. What is keyed here? Okay, object mode. Now it's working. Okay, so now I can go in here and just say make this all 1.1. I don't understand where the transforms are here. But whatever. As long as we get this done. Basically, we need to eyeball the position of this thing. Which is unfortunate, because that means we'll need to do this for the other one. Because we have to do this for other animations as well. For this guy, because for whatever reason, it didn't export his animations in the right spot. Why is this one green? Why is it 1.3? I'm sure that means something. What's this one? Does it mean that it was like not actually keyframe there? But it has key. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Okay. So can I can't do it with this not being visible, right? I have to have it visible. Yeah, let's put him onto the ground first. No? Wait, why is it? Excuse me? Okay, now it's working. Yeah, I was gonna balance it all out. It's fine. Everything is fine, guys. Absolutely hunky-dory. Can I copy this? Yes. Oh, but it's copying like the full animation. This is not copying like the position. Okay. Hi, Isaac, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Continuing kind of with the same stuff as we were doing before, but now that I'm scaling him down, I need to redo all my animation offsets, it seems. What I could probably have done is added a empty actor on top and scaled that one. That probably would have worked. Fuck it, I'm already doing this. I'm already more than halfway done. And I don't feel like redoing. Although... No, I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna just do it again. I don't feel like doing it. So we can go. Now that I've realized the way of doing it. Move you here, because here he is pretty much stuck, right? You need the color information. I never understand why shading puts you in this mode and not like at least viewport shading mode. You're in shading. What possible reason would there be to put you into like the solid default? I don't get it. But, you know, maybe that's just me, and you know, it's actually like amazing and everyone loves it. But that makes no sense to me. What are your thoughts on the animation sample? I haven't looked at it one bit because I'm not doing anything with 3D. So there you go. Okay, so if I want to scale him, right, this has keyframes. So what we need to do is add a empty but next, is this what it is? Yes. And put you in here. Oh, okay, can't drag. Okay. Parent, keep transform, and then scale you down. So again, we're taking him from 2.25 to 1.1. Which means this needs to be you. And please, for the love of God, have stick. Again, it ain't perfect. But honestly, it's good enough. Look, it's good enough. Okay. So now we can go to run you. Camera, you. Times, let's say, 0.49. Times 0.49. Offset. Can we just do this one also times? Aha! It does. Totally works. Okay. Looks good. Okay, so again, this is gonna be the last one we're gonna try out. If it looks really weird with how the shadows are, we will go to baking lighting in the like most quote unquote ideal pose relative to that animation. We have the scripts for it, so it's not like the end of the world. It'll just be a little more extra time, but you know, it'll make it look better technically. Which is why we're also copying the lights, right? So let's go to new render with light maps. Okay. Well, let's use. No, okay, we're good. Okay. Render. Oh, it's not called. Okay. It's just attack. I was looking here when I should have been looking right there. I could have copied it, but it's so quick. Plus I know it's saved. It's fine. You. Okay, let's do you. Uh, 1005, 1068. Okay, go here. Okay, let's see it. So that's this one. Okay, flip books. I wish you could change the default on the flip book frame rate, but for whatever reason, that is not an option. I don't know why. Like, I looked through project settings and editor preferences. Couldn't find it. I can change the pixels per unit, though. 2.18. I can't change this default either. Again, you should be able to. Let's do both of these at the same time. Okay, let's see. Is it really weird? The thing that keeps making it look weird to me is the fact that we have this dark. Right, it's dark here, but not dark here. And if we redid the light bake for each, I could choose like the end position as the as more of the kind of the base for it. So instead of it using effectively this position for the light, right, it would use the one at the end here, right, the one here as its position. And I think that would be better. Especially looking at this one. I feel like this one is really, you can really see something's up. on this, the arm is what bothers me, like right there, right? So let's give it a whirl. Let's try it. Worst case scenario, we don't do that, right? And then, you know, easy peasy. So let's go open up idle scripting. Make light maps. Copy this. Let's do it on the I think the attack A is going to be the most noticeable one. So let's do it on that one. Plus, we'll see if we copied the lights correctly. So this is going to be inside of, I believe, attack A. And then yeah, we'll do this. So let's see if this works better. What we should do, though, before we run that, is find the position that we want. So, for example, he's going to be doing a lot in kind of this kind of position. So we can use this frame for our... It will make him look weird from here. So maybe we find one kind of in the middle. Maybe like here. Let's try this. Let's try this pose. And again, we can see, right? Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. Go ahead and run. And then we will see if we get good results. That's gonna take a moment. How you guys doing? As I mentioned earlier, I got myself a foot pedal. And you're wondering, why do I get myself a foot pedal? I have a Stream Deck. Well, I can get... I can now do things, right, without touching... This is not an advertisement, but we gotta kill time anyway. I was thinking about me being annoyed behind removing my hand off the keyboard. And now look what I can do. Now I'm here, and I'm like, you know, no hands. Bam, there's a print string. I use those a lot, right? So I don't have to like do whatever I'm doing. I can be doing whatever I want, and then at any point I can just be like, okay, there it is. And I was doing that on a Stream Deck, so, but now I can do it this way, and I could also just, you know, grab a full print text setup. Look, it's not much. I do the same thing with any macro. It's just, you know, it's literally just being able to paste it in, right? That's the beauty of blueprints also, right? Is you just copy paste, which means you can copy, and it's copy pastable through like sending as like text, which means you can copy it, put in text, and then just reuse constantly. So if you reuse lots of nodes, copy them, put them somewhere, and you can literally just even copy the text that it used to be and then paste it in wherever. That's all this is doing. It's just running a paste with those things. Nothing special here, but I think it's cool. Again, we got 2 down. I probably don't need to be doing 4K renders, but I was like, if I'm gonna do it, I might as well do it, you know, like properly. I'd probably get away with a 2K, and it'd probably be faster. Maybe I should do that. I can't cancel it anymore. So it's not like even if I wanted to, I can just cancel it until it, oh, let me just swap it to 2K. Probably somewhere here it says 4K. I would need to be able to scroll, which I can't. So we continue. We got 3 down. 3 of 8, 3 of 8, you know? Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't heard, you know what we can do in the meantime? I'm going to look into this, because the city sample PCG thing has come out today with the new city thing. So we will, like, I'll be checking it out. I might honestly, if I just say screw it to the renders, depending how long they take today, or how much we'll be able to do today, I might look at it on stream tomorrow. But I'm thinking of probably making, checking this out for maybe Sunday's video. I think would be good and timely. Of this. I won't be able to, like, actually, like, modify it because I don't have MCP. But I want to look at it from the just PCG graph standpoint. Because if it's just regular PCG graphs, then right, we can take a look at those, see what's there, what we can grab, reuse, or whatever else. But basically, to get it, we need to download the 5.8 project. I just don't want to do it right now because I don't know how it's gonna handle downloading a massive thing while streaming. It should be fine, like my internet's good, but I just don't want to take chances. Compose enclose, compose near, create point. See, like some of these are, I think, are just, they're all subgraphs. So we can see like what all of these are. But it's interesting that this create point node, primitive create point, right? Why does it have a wildcard output? Like, it's not a big deal, but like, it's outputting points, so wouldn't you want to do like a point output? But I guess most likely MCP and whatever else, right, is using this, doesn't understand any of that stuff, so they're like, you know what, let's not have it do anything. Let's just have it be all wildcard, and then it can't make a mistake. That's my guess as to the reasoning for that. Edits folder contains minor variations of the primary city circular 1 kilometer graph. Made deliberate modifications to these assets that allow the MCP server to evaluate graph changes against the explicit structural prompts. You can review Yeah, so I won't be able to test like that stuff, but the other folders, building parking lot plaza, feature more PCG graphs demonstrating how to procedurally build those types of structures within the city. See, that's gonna be nice. I'll be able to take a look at those and kind of give like a big overview on it, probably. I think that's gonna be most likely what I'll do for Sunday's video. And then we can dive more into the graphs themselves for another video. There are 18 PCG graphs that create the procedural city. When iterating on these graphs, you can adjust several different parameters, including street width, block size. What I'm curious about is how the intersections are being done and things like that. Like, are they just doing like overlapping of roads or something else? Or are they actually setting up? Oh, it's done. Okay, so light maps are baked, so we just go back to render with light maps. Oh, I'm gonna go back to here. I just need to copy this path now. And now when we do render with light maps, this in here, and then we just re-render it to use these light maps. We can actually take a look what it looks like right now. All right, so that looks better for here. So we'll see. We'll see. Let's go ahead and render with light maps. Should be good. Should be nice and quick. Okay, done. Oh, this is which one? You. This is the slams one. No. This is egg. So this one. All right, because we just did A. Yes. Oh, this is arm slash. I wish this was just a tab system. Okay. Export. Go back here. (2019 by 703). Okay. Here we go. Moment of truth. Is it gonna look better? So all we need to do is just re-import this one. And now it looks real bad from the... It really doesn't. Right? Because now... Right, now we have the problem of... this. right? Because we took the screenshot of the render from this, like this frame, which meant that it was facing inwards, right? It was being shadowed. So then when it comes here, right, it becomes real bad. So I think there's no winning here. And here it's still the same, right? The same thing. You still have this, right? So because of that, I don't think there's a point in us doing individual light bakes for each one, because there's no winning formula here. Right. The alternative is either the lights move dynamically or it doesn't line up. There's no win, huh? No win. Let's put the old light maps back on. Right, I think this one is better than the alternative. So we keep going. We keep going as we are. Let's do a little quick also comparison to this guy. If I grab your attack A, I think I forgot to turn off cast shadows on him, which is why we're getting shadows on his legs. But regardless of that, see, what? I'm gonna do an. We were only ever testing it with idle, and idle is very noticeable when things move. I want to test it with. I'm gonna test the old method of dynamic shadows and stuff. I want to see if maybe when it's in motion, it is better to have dynamic. Why the hell would the color here change? Why is he becoming green? Huh? Where's he getting green from? Hey, Zebra, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. This is fueled by envy, of course. Of course, of course. Wait, was one of these lights green somehow? No, they're all white. Where's it getting green? No, it looks like it's... What? Hold on. Hold on. Oh. No, like, where's this green coming from? That's from a light. Whoa. What happened here? So it's from this negative light. Okay, so it's from the negative light. Okay, let's just not use the negative light. You got some fun updates regarding game dev? You teamed up with someone and you're in the midst of a short narrative game deving? Nice. How you ended up being the lead coder? No idea. Well, I mean, if you're only in a group of 2, you have a 50% chance of being the lead. Right? Like, assuming it's like an actual partnership and not like a hire or something, right? It's 50% chance. It's a good chance. Just to confirm that this versus this. Yeah, the lighting right will match better here. Okay, let's render it. I'm just gonna overwrite it. Oops. Don't do it with light maps. Just do the regular render. They haven't used Unreal and were indecisive on which engine to actually learn, so you push them. Well, then even more reason why you would be, the lead. Yeah. You're doing the map design, so, like, you're not doing everything. Nice. Yeah. Best of luck. Oh, but then, right. No, I should still use the other one. I should still use this one. Then it puts in the folders that I need. There we go. Okay, let's take a look. I mean, can't find it. Oh, this attack. Oops, I'm in the old one. Wrong one. I meant to look at this one. That's why I can't find it. Oh, that is much better. That is much better now with our new setup. Okay, so basically, right? Idle, where he doesn't move much, like in fast movements, I think we can do the bake one. But when it's the attacks and fast movement, it's or like a lot of movement, it's better to do a dynamic because you can't tell anyway. So we kind of do a combination of both, I guess. Yeah. Okay, you know, again, figure stuff out. Yeah, modular assets are the way to go. Yeah, set up some modular setups and just keep using them. You're a certified instructor. This is your equivalent of putting the past 5 years to the test if you can carry. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, the answer is no. Not because of whatever skill that you have or don't have. But just because actually managing somebody and work is such a different skill than just knowing the stuff. Like teaching someone or like making stuff for someone else is a different skill than just learning it yourself and being able to do it yourself. Which is why sometimes you can have great teachers that don't do things well, like very advanced stuff themselves, or you have people that can do advanced stuff themselves but can't teach very well, right? It's different skill sets. So, you know. Okay, let's go. Let's go ahead and redo this one as well. So I'll keep the idle one as is, because I think the bake lighting's good. Let's do this one, dynamic. So we want the arm slam one to be dynamic. It's fine here. Whatever. I don't really need the negative light. You love sharing information, so I think your teaching skill set is decent. Nice. Yeah. If you like sharing information, they'll be a whole lot easier. That's how I am. I like teaching people that want to be taught. If someone doesn't care to learn, I cannot teach them. A good teacher, like a traditional teacher, can teach, and no matter what, like if a student doesn't want to learn, but they'll find a way of teaching them. I'm not like that, which is why I make YouTube videos. People who want to watch the videos can watch the videos. People that don't want to watch them, don't watch them. I am not obligated to try to force someone to learn something that just doesn't want to do it. So I can never be a traditional teacher, but I can still teach. Understandably, you either. Also, the pay is not worth it. Power to the teachers. For that pay, I could never. I could never. $2026. I'll bring that. So now in here, you re-import. So something tells me that I did something incorrectly. I don't know what. Maybe is something the problem with this guy? You know, I think it's the lighting. I kind of messed with the lighting a little bit. I think that's it. Yeah, I probably should tweak the lighting on this one. It just doesn't match quite as well. What happened? Rights are all fine. It yearns for rebirth. Trying to redo the normal as well. Should have been exactly the same. I don't know what happened. Yeah, it is better. Okay. Regardless, the lighting and the materials and stuff have improved dramatically, right? So we'll do the same thing now on this guy as well. And yeah, basically everything except idle, where he just stands there breathing, because every other one he's moving, is going to be dynamic. That's what happens when you test on primarily on this one. I mean, we did do the tests, all right, on these as well, but regardless.
Adds everything paused, including my ability to remember where I left that guest node.
Where did I put it? I'll find it eventually. All right, still before and after. I still think it's an improvement. I think it definitely feels a lot more pixel arty, right, and stuff. Also, I could totally tell his feet are singing. Yeah, he's considerably lower resolution, and the lighting is better. Like, it's more like pixel arty compared to this. This one's more painterly, which might be better. It's arguable. I was going for more pixel arty though. So, well, as they're going, I will be right back though. I'm back. Okay, let's do this one, and then we'll be good. Well, we'll be good on the ones that we've done. Webber? Is that a thing? Is that a thing people say? Webber? Or it's probably pronounced Weeba? Like we back? Weeba? Sounds weird. It sounds weird when I say it out loud. Slam now. You 0. You felt right in your soul? You know, fair enough. Look, I'm an old man. I don't know these young whippersnappers and, and their catchphrases. Yeah, let's go ahead and render this. Why does it move? I've only changed... I did notice it moved. I've only changed the... whatever. Doesn't matter. $1,001 by 1080. The universe guided you. Quick Google search says yes, it's another variation of WB. yeah, there's a lot of variations, but how many people actually use it? Well, I guess there's one, you. Watching a Cobra Code video earlier today, thinking it came out like 5 months ago, and he was talking about 2.5D games coming out in Unreal Space. You were like surprised you weren't mentioned? Oh, I would be surprised if he even knew me. Like, he's the one who got me started with 2.5D. But I'd be surprised if he even knew about my game or anything. Like, I don't have the same kind of style as most 2.5D games. Right, if you look at the 2.5D games that he was demoing, or he demos just usually, they have a very different aesthetic. It's usually more, it goes more into like a different style. Not to say that one isn't or is or isn't 2.5D. They're all like a combination of 3D and 2D. But so I don't think he probably knows. I'd love to do something with him, like a collab or something, but I don't even know what. I haven't thought of a single good one, so I haven't even bothered reaching out. The problem also for me is freaking time. Just, I never have time for anything. I have this thing called a job for now, and I'd like to, you know. So future shall we have time? Yeah, the problem is having time, right? The problem is having time. Like, I pressed F10 by accident, and it opened world settings and the assistant. Why? I mean, this one's fine. Say, but so this is south. So these are all southwest. Okay. Yeah, see, like it is better when it's dynamic. Not for this guy. For this guy specifically, for the idle one specifically, it's better baked. Because he's only doing very minor slow movements. So you know what? We have a way of doing both. It's good. Real Houses BCG, I'm sure there's many things you could offer for collab series. You say that, give me like 2 examples, because I can't think of a single one. I don't know how I could possibly have any use. I need to fix the feed on this. The feed on this one just bother me so much. We gotta do. But this is the attack A. He sinks. He sinks down. I can't look at that anymore. We gotta fix that. Like, it can slide a little bit, but it needs to not sink. Just. BCG environments are like the #1 thing that comes to mind. Yeah, but that's not a collab. What's the collab? Right, that's like cool. I can do BCG environments. I'm not gonna like work with him on a game, right? Don't have time for that. Basically, it should be a collab. Should be able to be done within like a couple of hours, and ideally requires very little from the person you're collaborating with. Or it can require more. It can require a bit more, but it should be able to like, okay, this is the plan. This is within like 2-3 hour window, whatever, and then you're good. There is one content creator that's reached out to me a couple of times. That is very large. I probably wouldn't be able to find him even. Yeah, all the names are hidden. There's a big content creator that does basically just like, here's a bunch of game dev people that don't talk to each other, make this game, that kind of thing. He's reached out like a couple of times now, like, and both times I feel like I can't. I just don't have the time. Sad. Because it's like, it's cool, and it's like, I'm like, oh, like, when do you need it? And he's like, oh yeah, like, you know, if you do it over the weekend, you know, like in a week, basically in a week and a half turnaround. Like, I'm like thinking like, okay, well, I'm pretty busy this weekend. I like, right, like, it's just like, it's like I want to, but that's an investment. That's an investment of like. That I need to plan, I need to figure out what I can do, figure out how I can tackle it, right? That's like, because like just opening the project and just seeing where things are can take like an hour, right? Okay, like here's how this is set up, this is up, this is what you can do, right? And now, how much time do you have left, right? So it's like, I told him like maybe over winter break, because that's like my only hope. Is I can have, because I'm not going to be streaming during that time, probably like for a week or two, like as always, just because I'm going to be visiting family, but like maybe like around then, but like even then, like I don't know if I'll be able to. I need basically a collab needs to be able to be done within 2 to 3 hours tops. All right, it needs to be 2 to 3 hours tops. So what collab can be done in 2 to 3 hours, basically? Just sinks. Let's see if we can. Okay, that's better. Okay, I think that's oh, here we go. That should be a lot better. So take a look here. Yeah, that's a lot better. He's on his toes, which is not really what I want, but I guess I missed that. Whatever. There's an investment for marketing your game. It's too early. It's too early to market my game. So I'm not bothering. But you are right in that regard, right? But I don't think it would be marketing my game, right? A collab shouldn't be about... A collab should be fun for both. Primarily, it should be a fun thing for both people to do. Because that would motivate both people to do it again. It should be something that both people like. It could be two separate. Either need to be two different videos, or two different ideas, or like what I was doing, which is the same thing but two different perspectives. But after doing it a couple of times, I think it'd be better to do two separate things entirely. Especially for like us, very like most people, aside from the two that I already did collabs with, do very different kind of videos. So I think it'd be better to, yeah, to do two different ideas, one for one channel, one for another channel. But it doesn't have to be one for both. But what content would you like to do other than tutorials? I like to just talk about stuff, which is kind of like the videos that I've made recently as well, right? I did the video talking about just PCG, like and how to break down an environment. I had a video on what videos did I do? I did a video on just talking about the Mega Grant, but that was kind of like a bonus one. I did a video on... I guess those are the only two. I think I also did a video on just at our utility widgets, which is not PCG, but it was a tutorial. Yeah, I was thinking non-PCG. So I've done 2 like that. I have more written up. Like, for example, I think for Sunday, I'm just going to be taking a look at this project and just doing an overview of it. Not really going into detail, but here's the project. Here's let's take a look at the graphs. More less tutorial and more just an overview. Because the unfortunate thing is, and this is not me looking for for pity or anything. PCG is a dying niche these days, right? And it's just unfortunate reality of things. PCG is a dying niche because there's no more updates to it. It's also most tutorials, there's just anything that's beginner to intermediate is pretty much done, right? Everything's pretty much covered, more or less. Advanced stuff, which there's still stuff left, but the unfortunate thing about tutorials on Unreal, and it's probably the same thing in other things. I can just only speak about tutorials for Unreal. This includes blueprints and other stuff. Is beginner stuff will have amazing viewership. Intermediate stuff will have less viewership, and advanced stuff will basically see no viewership. Why? Because most people, right, are at the beginning levels. Once they get to intermediate, right, the ones that are still doing something will want to watch. And then the advanced stuff, once you get to the level where you want to do advanced stuff, you probably don't need to be looking at tutorials because you yourself are ready for that advanced stuff. And the other problem, the other thing with advanced stuff is it takes a considerable amount of time and effort to just figure out that advanced stuff and then teach it. And that usually involves a multi-episode thing, and just no one is interested in staying for that kind of stuff. A lot of effort, very little result, because again, very few people are now at that level to ever see it. So from the content creator point of view, you're motivated in doing more basic stuff, but basic stuff eventually runs out. So, right, that's the kind of the place we're at. Which is why you see a lot of very basic guides for things on Unreal as the vast majority of stuff. Because this is what people watch. Is PCG unique to UE5? Well, PCG itself, yes. The general concept, no. Procedural generation is not unique in general, but PCG is unique to UE5, yes. What, talking about your 3D to 2D workflow? If you reached out to, I mean, that could be an interesting thing, actually. We're still tweaking stuff here. But that is one thing that I could see myself chatting with Cobra Code about. The 3D to 2D workflow. Because that fits into 5D stuff. This is attack A. This one? Yes. I don't know why it changes the... Oh, I moved him this time. Okay, this one makes sense. Let me go to you next. $10, $20, $14, $21. One potential idea in the bag, hooray, yeah. I'll write it down. Actually. I think that could be an interesting one. Assuming he even wants to, right? Yeah, to be fair, it doesn't even need to be a like an actual like video collab or anything. It could just be like a chat, right? To assume is to make an ass out of you and me. Yep. That's why I always presume. I never assume anything. I always presume. Do you know the difference between assume and presume? I looked into it a while back, and then like ever since then, like it's always presuming. It's never assuming. Is there a person? No. Like assuming is not based on any evidence, and presuming is based off some information. That's just the definition of it. So if you're going off of some kind of information, you're presuming based off some kind of data. If you're assuming, you don't know anything. Like, for example, I don't pay attention to the cars, so I can assume that there's going to be like a yellow car out the window. But if I had a recollection of like, okay, there's a guy here that has a yellow car, and it's usually around here somewhere, I can presume there's going to be a yellow car out here. Now, I still don't know in both scenarios, but one is based off of some kind of data and one is not. That's the difference. Fun fact. I don't know if that example itself is a great example, but that's the example I got. Natural born teacher teaching. Thank you. So no, I'm not. Kidding me? Nothing natural born about me. Well, I mean, aside from being naturally born. I mean, I guess on a technicality, that is the naturally born. Me being naturally born is the end of that. Unnatural, very unnatural. Yep. You know the kind of stuff I actually want to do? I just don't know a good way of doing it. I kind of want to do stuff like, what's the YouTube channel called? Big YouTube channel. He does Unreal stuff. He covers a lot of like Godot and sales stuff. Rubber Code video. That's my video. Where's... Games from Scratch. Games from Scratch. This guy. I've been watching a few of his stuff more recently. He just does like videos talking about stuff. Right? It's just topical stuff. I still have... I'm just not great about figuring out like what do I want to talk about that I can be like helpful at all. Obviously, I don't want to make like here's the free asset video, right? Everyone and their mother is doing the here's the free assets things. He does it a little bit better. His free asset videos are like not only going off fab, but it also goes off of other stuff, right? So like I want to do more stuff like this, honestly. Whether or not people want to watch that is, very debatable. Wait, what happened to you? Oh, I put in the wrong value. Is that right? That look right? Yeah, I think that looks right. Oh yeah, the foot is so much better. Yeah, if you look at it relative to him, that seems right. Are you the right size, though? Yeah, you are. Okay. Let me go to, I think it's editor preferences. I want to change the default pixels per unit. There might be project settings, actually. What time is it in? I'm West Coast. I'm Pacific. Yeah, right here. I think you often watch game-related news discussion videos, mostly because they clickbait the absolute shit out of videos to push them. It depends who. It depends who. There's a solar eclipse / blood moon. Cool. Some, here, where's my little notepad? So some video ideas I have written down of like more discussion type stuff is, how to figure out, like just video ideas I have written down. How to figure out what game to make as a solo dev. Because when you're starting out and you're like, what can you make? Realistically, like, how do you figure that out? Stuff like that. I want to talk about that. Another one I have is how to get started with making a game in Unreal. Like, you don't know Unreal. How did I get to the point where I am that I'm comfortable using Unreal for game dev? Because just like 3-4 years ago, probably more 4 years ago now, I didn't know any game dev related stuff at all. I barely knew blueprints. I knew like basic stuff. So that's another video. Another one is how I learned materials and blueprints in general. So like I, for example, learned by dragging off and seeing. Obviously also tutorials, but it had like a lot of trial and error, but like materials, especially early on, it was like dragging off and just see what's there. That's probably like a shorter video. I know that could be a full video. I want to create a little tool, like editor utility widget, that's just like, hey, let's convert a data table that you can get a CSV data table, bring it in, and have it automatically create and fill out a bunch of data assets for you. So if you need like a bunch of files that all need data assets, it can just do that for you. Or show how to modify, like bulk modify stuff like that. That's another one. I've been working with markerless motion capture. I just want to talk about my experience and show how to like modify it after. Just like, because I've saw a lot of issues, problem areas. And I just want to talk about like a lot of the problem areas that I found at the current moment, just so people are aware of it. Because everyone's showing how to like use it, but no one's talking about like, okay, don't do this, this, or this kind of things. So that's kind of like the stuff I have right now, of potential ideas down the line. We'll see. Yeah. What will actually happen in the end, we'll see. Show me how to make a tool. So what you do is you find yourself a rock, and then you slam that rock on something else, and that rock has become a tool. Done. Bro, these are fire ideas. If you make them, I'll watch. They're much more perspective-based, skill-sharing knowledge, so very similar to tutorial industry. Yeah. Like, right, the problem is BCG's is pretty much run out. Like, obviously, the new thing has come out with BCG. I'm gonna cover it. I might even cover some stuff inside of it, but that's kind of where I'm now moving the channel. If you look at, because the other thing is, and this is not going to be a dig on anyone. This is just across Unreal in general. If I let me see if I can find like inventory system. There's a channel that I always forget the name. We'll use Ollie as there we go. Actually, we can use where's good old reliable. Okay. So what I want to just quickly just talk about is tutorials and just don't have views. Now, that's not a problem for you guys. And again, I'm still making tutorials, right? Clearly, like, that's not a thing. But in terms of if I wanted to like break out and get big, right? I just want to show some data. Because personally, I find this super interesting. Don't know how it's interesting, if it's interesting to you guys, but here's a extremely large channel, 176,000 subscribers, Broker Games. He does basics, right? A lot of UE5 basics video. I started, this is one of the channels that got me into Unreal Blueprints when I was just getting started. A lot of his stuff got me through like the beginnings of it. Now, eventually I outgrew it and, you know, moved on to other stuff, but still, what I wanted to show is, because he's been doing a little more other stuff. Well, he has good views here. 5, 6, like this is good. 6, yeah. So he's actually, like, because of his size, he's getting good, like, pretty good views. Although this was a year ago. Let's go a little newer here. So 10,000, 13,000, 26,000. But these are these days a little bit less tutorial, and they're more like discussing, right? If I was to go back like a couple of years, when he's doing like full tutorials, I guess in his case he was always doing well. I remember for some reason he wasn't doing super well for time, but no, it seems like they're all good these days. But he's huge, right? So he's huge. So it's working for him. He's doing pure basic stuff, very basic, and he's releasing them very often. Let's take a look at another large channel. Ryan Laley, also another channel I was looking at quite a bit, or at least starting out. 127,000 subscribers, but on this one, 500 views, 600 views, 500 views, 800 views, 1.6 thousand, 800, 600, 720. If I was to go back a year, 1.9, 1.6, 2.3, 1.1, 10, 1.6. It's actually, right, it's higher. A year ago, it's higher. It's higher also for Gorka a year ago, but his views are just higher in general. But he does more actual tutorial stuff. And he's more like blueprints, state trees, right? But the thing I'm trying to show is tutorial content is going down. Right? If I was to go back further, right here I'm further, right? Here's a one I pulled up, right? This one was a big one, was 30,000, 20,000, 30,000, 20,000, 3, 8, but it's still higher, right? Unreal has been like, a lot of it has been made, tutorials have been made for that stuff already. So the amount of stuff has lowered. People are getting just overall smarter because there's already a bunch of stuff. So they need less stuff. Ollie, or Ali, I forget how you actually pronounce it, but another very big channel, right? 81,000. His stuff is freaking amazing. He's how I got started with the AI, right? Super good stuff. But his views are absolutely insane because he does a very good job like teaching. But when you do tutorials, right, some things are going to be very interesting for people. Like, for example, spawning object, freaking 100K. That's like insane. You know, AI stuff, you know, 19,000, 40,000, 50,000, right? These are really good views. But then you go to something else, like maybe you cover a different topic, especially if it's a multi-video one. And you'll get, like, this is a little more niche, right? You get 3,000, 3,000, 5,000. Still good. Inventory system, 4,000, 3,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2.8 thousand, right? And it's not bad views. 2.8 thousand is not bad, right? I'm pretty pleased with that. I get 2.8 thousand. But here's the point I'm trying to make. These are good views that I'm like, okay, that video has done, you know, okay. I would consider this okay. But I also have, you know, a fraction of the subscribers. Now that's not a knock for Ollie. His stuff is freaking amazing. I recommend everyone subscribe to him and watch his stuff. That's just more of certain things are more niche than others when you make tutorials, and there's already a bunch of inventory system tutorials. So this tutorial needs to be the best, or people are just not gonna be interested. And if they already have an inventory system for the game because they've already watched the other ones, right, throughout the years, they might not really watch this one, which is why this one will have less. But like the gas series, right, it's also a little niche, was 6,000. Again, still good views. But but it's no AI system where it was 60,000, 80,000, 30,000, right, 50,000. You see what I mean, right? So tutorials are very hit and miss, and the swing is insane. And if you do something like that's been even somewhat done before, right, it's going to be difficult. Unreal University, for example, does a bunch of talking videos. Another very big channel. 96,000, 3,000, 6,000. One thing you might notice is a lot of them have around the same number of views, right? They're in the same ranges. Occasionally, they'll also get a big video, right? 50,000, 6,000, 7,000. Good views, right? Good view numbers. These are less tutorials. They're just more talking. Some of them are tutorials, right? And they're quick, 2-minute tutorials and stuff. But one thing you might notice is, aside from Ollie, who does freaking insanely good tutorials that are like in a league of its own, in a sense, most people aren't getting consistently 30, 100,000 view videos, right? 70, 50, 25, 200,000, 34,000. Like, this is not a typical thing in the Unreal tutorial industry, right? But even he now is doing an inventory system and is getting 3, 2, 3, right? So the point I'm getting at here is, you could be an amazing tutorial channel. The wall or the ceiling is quite low down. You'll occasionally break through it, but you'll eventually then go back under it, right? Which is why I think more channels are doing breaking away. And when it comes to PCG, there's really only two channels. There was another channel that I remember seeing, but not consistently. The only two channels that consistently do PCG is me and DK3D. Aziel Arts was doing quite a bit of PCG, but these days he's doing more just like general landscape, right, environment stuff. I think DK3D has moved away from PCG quite a bit because they're just, right, that's just how it is. So everyone's trying to like kind of move to where they can. If you're at the peak of where you like your content, like Ollie is, Gorka is, right, you're still getting fantastic views because you've kind of hold this like a strong like niche that is like you're very good at, and your audience really wants it, right? You can sustain. But like Ryan, for example, right, is getting like below 1,000 view videos, not because they're bad, but just because it was too varied, because they're all tutorials, so they're too varied, so people watch maybe like one here, one there, and then they'll go away. So multi-part series always decreasing views as it progresses. Yes, always. The city stuff is the last multi thing I'm ever doing. One, I didn't really, I am tempted to like unlist the traffic series, I'll be honest, because I think it's really bad. I'm genuinely not happy with it at all. But like, it's like, yeah, it's fine. Like, for now, I'll leave it up. But eventually, I'll probably unlist it. But yeah, a series will always have a big first one, and then it'll fall off. Actually, I can probably just the example on my own channel. Playlists. Where's my There we go. So this is my city, city videos. So the first video has 16,000. The next video has 4. 4, 3, 3, 3, 4. So that's pretty consistent here, actually, aside from this one video. But the fall off after the first. You were so excited. I wasn't. I did it because people wouldn't stop pestering me, like a couple of specific ones. I know who you are. And I kept saying that I like a city gen is one of the hardest things ever. I don't think I was ready for it. And I was like, I did it. I did it mostly so people will shut up. Do I regret doing it? Yes and no. There's some good stuff that I show, right, in terms of tutorials, but I think the city gen itself is not good. Like, I would not recommend someone use that in their game. As a learning tool, sure. But I wouldn't use it, like, as a final, like, product on your game. Also, I don't know how I ended up talking about all this for this long. I guess I'm sorry if it was not my plan. I guess I find this kind of stuff very interesting, but I'm also right in the space. I don't know why I don't know why I'm chatting or telling you guys about it. No, you're good. You're good. Don't feel like it's your fault. As long as you're entertained, that's all that matters for me, I guess, in a sense. I just feel it's probably boring. But as long as it's, as long as you're entertained, that's all I care about. Okay, I think tomorrow we'll go ahead and try to render out the rest of them. I think we got it figured out, the process we need to do. We did a lot of redoing today, but we did arm slams, attack A, attack B. So we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we need to do quite a bit, but this should go a lot faster now that we have kind of the process for it. Hopefully I can just knock them all out tomorrow. If not, then I'll just package it with the current version for the monthly build, and then the lower res version will go for another. If you were to just release a video talking about Unreal Tutorial Space, it'd probably pop off. Because, like, no, I do not want to, I refuse to ever become a drama channel. No. And, like, the stuff I'm talking about, right, none of the things I was discussing is related to, like, the people and their content, right? Like I said, like, they're all good content in their own things. It's just Unreal tutorials in general are just, like, slowly dying off. It's been consistent, like, across everywhere. DCG has really taken a toll. But that's its own thing. Yep. And also, Zebra, I know people like T because I watch so many videos like that. Genuinely. I will watch, like, streamer drama videos. I will watch all those kinds of videos. I love those videos. I don't want to have anything to do with the actual, like, I don't comment on those. I don't, like, engage with them, but I enjoy watching them. Oh, this is not a COD thing. I've mentioned this multiple times in the past. I'm not ashamed to admit it. No, look, some people like K-dramas. I like freaking streamer dramas and that kind of stuff. I'll watch that all the time. I got nothing. Instead of mine being Korean dramas, mine happen to be streamer, like, or whatever, right? Online dramas. Yeah, I like watching train wrecks as long as I'm not on the tracks. Yeah, that's a fantastic way of saying it. Yep, that's how I am. Like, I want nothing to do with it. I don't care about engaging in any of it. I don't care, but you know, it's the same. It's like the videos of compilations of people like falling down while skating, right? You don't want to go in and push someone to have them fall. But that doesn't mean you don't chuckle, you know, when someone trips. No, if it's like, assuming they get up and they're not hurt in the end, right? Like, or like not badly hurt. If someone obviously fell and like really hurt themselves, that's no longer like haha. But you know, everyone is a kid at heart. Like, it's funny. Anyway, it's been fun. We'll continue this tomorrow. We got the process. I can't believe I'm not using the baked lighting, but I guess the improvements that we made to the lighting in general, and the material and the resolution already do a lot, so it's not needed. And we have the workflow for idle, which is the main one that I guess we need. Yeah, thanks for chatting. I had fun. I enjoyed myself. Hopefully you did to some degree. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific for some more hopefully completion of the golem. We'll see. Have a good night, and I'll see you then. Take care. Bye bye.